Yeah, I told them to come, but they didn't see the. They saw the timetable and already decided to come. And if they don't come, we'll do the this Julius Caesar. We'll go ahead. Because Avilipsa kept saying she wants to do grammar, grammar, grammar. I said you do grammar together with you all. I'll give you a lot of grammar exercise for 1 hour. And the next hour we'll do Julius Caesar. But now she has not come. And these two have also not come. Should we go ahead and do? Because बोला था ना उनको सबने बोला था याद है याद है याद है. Should I give you grammar activity then? Or what should we do? Should we go ahead and do Julius Caesar? Let's see if they are coming. Otherwise, we'll do Julius Caesar. Chalo, we'll do Julius Caesar. We'll start. Why to waste time? What do you say? Huh? पूरा syllabus खत्म हो गया? Julius, Julius Caesar भी हो गया. हमारा कितना बाकी है? Julius Caesar बाकी है फिर और एक ही लेसन बाकी है ना पर्सपेक्टिव की और वो थोड़ा ग्रामर करवाना है वो बाकी है. चलो कहाँ where have we stopped with Julius Caesar? तो पता है ना क्या हुआ यहाँ तक? Like Caesar said that it was thundering and it was lightning and it apparently Calpurnia had a dream and therefore she woke up thrice crying that she screamed in her dream that they are killing him. Help, they murder Caesar. So he says that what does he ask the servant? He calls his servant and asks and sends him to where does he send? To the priest. And what does he ask the priest to do? Perform a sacrifice. Okay. So he sends them go perform a sacrifice and tell me what happens. In the meantime, California gets up. She asks him, what are you doing? Are you planning to go out? So he says, of course I'm going out. So she tells him, I never trusted her all these ceremonies, superstition. But now I'm kind of afraid of him. You know, the night watchman, the servants in the house has told, the night watchman told the servants in the house that when he saw some very unusual things in the street during night. What unusual things did he see? He saw that a lioness gave birth on the street. Then what other things did he saw? That the graves opened up and threw the dead bodies out. Then he saw these mighty rulers fighting in the clouds, and they could hear the sound would be heard in the night, and the blood was drizzling on their blood. They were warring in the war was on in the clouds. So the blood was all flowing down to the ground and drizzled on the ground. The ghosts were shrieking. The horses were neighing. The died men were groaning. So all weird kind of sound, unusual sound were heard. She said, these are unusual sounds. See, this is what five unusual things were happening. And those are for everyone. They are not especially for me. So she says, yeah, but when beggars die, nobody cares. But when a prince dies, even the heaven gives the sign. Okay. So there's a famous dialogue by Caesar. Caesar says cowards die many times before death. Those who are afraid, they die because they are so afraid of what will happen in the future. They die many times before their death. But valiant, brave people, they die only once. So I'm not going to be upset. So therefore, then in the meantime, the servant comes. Servant comes and he asks, what happened? What is the result? What does the servant say? They perform the ritual, but there was no writing. Yes, when they opened, they were pulling out all the organs. They saw that there was no heart. What does Caesar say? Caesar was very confident, overconfident. Caesar says, yeah, that is a God's message. That if you sit at home, you will be like a beast without a heart. Not darko, the meaning is you are beast without a heart. So he says that danger also knows fully well that Caesar is more dangerous than danger. And he says, danger and I, we are like two brothers, lions litter. No, we are two lions littered in a ray, and I'm the elder one, and danger is the younger one, and therefore, since California, I will move. But California really begs him and requests him to stay. Okay. Finally, he agrees, okay, for you, I will stay. In the meantime comes Deshud. Now Deshud comes and he says, hey, good, he has come at the right time. Let's send the word with him. So Deshud go and tell that I will not come. Cannot is false. It's not that I cannot come. And shall dare not is false. So it's not that I'm afraid of dare not. Say I will not come. My wish. I don't feel like coming, so I will not come. बीच में California बोल देगी. What is she say? He's sick. No, दिख रहा है. You can see that he's standing there and he's not sick. Caesar tell him he's sick. Caesar gets very upset. He says, shall Caesar send a lie? Do you want me to send a lie with him? I have conquered so much area. I have won so much land. To get afraid of these graybeards, get afraid of these old men. So they just says, but then, no, Caesar, give me some reason to tell. No, they shouldn't laugh at me, right? So Caesar says, okay, to tell you, California here, my wife, she has requested me to stay at home. So she dreamt last night. What did she dream? She dreamt that, did we read this part? So she dreamt. What did she dream? That this statue. दोघे नाही येतात
नाही येते
अच्छा
मला बहुत काट करनी है कैसे होते
अभी आ रहे did you call
आएंगे अभी
6:30
एक दर्श तो निघाला आहे
अच्छा
यशचा अजून काही नाही होते पण तो त्याला कॉन्टॅक्ट करेल
एकाच
एकाच ठिकाणी जवळच आहे ना
So he says that California had a dream. Now what did she dream? That she dreamt that she saw his statue. His statue had hundreds of spouts like wolves. Okay, and so what happened? Blood ran through these hundreds of spouts. And many lusty Romans means important Roman people, generals, they washed their hands in that blood. Now, she says that that is a warning of something evil, something bad is going to happen. Okay? Now Brutus says, oh, this is Decius Brutus. Okay? He says, oh no, you have interpreted the dream totally wrong. You know, it means that it's actually a very fortunate thing that they are spouting blood in many pipes in which so many smiling Romans bathe. That means Romans are trying to take inspiration from you, from your blood. They are trying to take inspiration. You are such a great, valiant leader. So other Romans are trying to take inspiration from your blood. And for that, they are trying to take anything, a kerchief or any material that will have the stains of your blood. To take that so that it remains with them. So he says that, Caesar says, that is the right interpretation. That is what it must be. That Rome is trying to take inspiration from my blood. It doesn't mean they want to kill me and wash my hands. So Caesar immediately खुश हो गया. What does that tell you about Caesar? Caesar was in love with himself. He couldn't believe that somebody might harm him. He was overconfident. Okay? See, so many people are giving him advice not to go out, but he refused to listen. Did we read this part? कहाँ रुक गए थे हम लोग? Then Decius Brutus is. See, I have when you have heard product. Okay, then Decius Brutus further tries to tempt him. Okay, how does he tempt him? He tells him, you know what, I want to tell you what the Senate, what I've heard. Apparently, Senate wants to give you a crown and make you the king. But, and now, if you don't go today, then Senate may not, you shall, they may change their mind. The people might change their mind. And you will miss your chance. So from your good, I've come here to take you because I've heard that Senate wants to give you the crown. So he's trying to tempt him. Actually, he's come here because he is one of the conspirators who have decided to kill him. Okay. So when Caesar says, and then suddenly Caesar says, oh, how foolish do you. अभी ना Caesar को भी गुस्सा आया. I mean, how foolish do your fears seem now, California? You know, you were afraid and like foolishly you made me stay back. So give me my robe, for I will go. In the meantime, all these people enter. Publius, Brutus, Ligarius, Metellus, Casca, Trebonius and Cinna. इन्होंने ना पहले ही डिसाइड किया था कि हम लोग सब लोग जाके we make sure that he comes to the Senate because they had planned to kill him there. These are conspirators. तुमने तो पहले ही पढ़ लिया है, तुमको तो स्टोरी पता है. Caesar. Good friends, go in and take some wine with me, and we like friends will straightway go together. That every life is not the same. O Caesar, the heart of Brutus yearns to think of home. Like he says that, my heart is sad. Brutus says my heart is sad because we are no longer friends. We are like friends. There's a difference, no? Friends, he's my friend and he's like my friend. So we are like your friend. It means we are pretending to be your friend. It says every life is not the same. Here we are pretending like your friend. We are not your true friends. So I'm feeling very sad. Brutus actually was very close to Caesar. Caesar was very, very fond of Brutus. Act 3, Scene 1. Rome before the capital. जो बोला confidence वाला वो Brutus के लिए बोला था कि सबके लिए बोला था कि good friends, come on, let's have. Okay, come, so we can finish this today in 2 hours. Okay? तुम्हारे मिस ने कितने दिन दिए? एक हफ्ता तो लिया खत्म करने के लिए. आज खत्म किया, ये बीच में तो पीरियड मैम सिर्फ एक चीज है वो इसका जो एक वर्ड है ना, उसमें से ना अभी हमारा ये है मल्टीपल असेसमेंट, उसमें से वर्ड आएंगे, क्रॉसवर्ड रहेगा और हमें दिया रहेगा और उसमें से हमें दो क्रॉसवर्ड को फिल करना. So die is you, therefore is why है यहाँ पे. हाँ, stoppist is to stop, stoppist is to stopping है. हाँ. Thou is your. One minute, thou is you and thy is you. 1 minute, let me come. Thy is your, thou is you. Thy is your. Maced, maybe. Maced, maybe है. Maced. May first है कुछ. Fourth means says. Says है said. हाँ. Fourth means said. Loon is there something called mad? Lunatic. हाँ. Lunatic. Absence. Soon means soon afterward. Afterward है afterward इसका meaning. Soon afterward. Once again, new. Once again है at once. नहीं, once again. Dropped is drop. Dropped. Dropped is drop. नीचे का है. Has is has है. Speak is spoke. Last. Work is paste is walk है walk. Paste is to walk. Work, I'll find out what work is. Work is a church. Church है यहाँ पे. हाँ church. Paste means walk है. Is when you're disturbed and you walk painting पे. Then foe is enemy. Thank you. Welcome. What welcome? You were told to come early, no?
अरे मैम उनको लगा क्या कॉलेज स्टार्ट करेंगे
क्या?
उनको लगा वो लास्ट टाइम एक बार 1 घंटे पहले आ गए हम लोग तो दोबारा काम उनको बताया तो इसको टाइम टेबल लिख के आए थे
लेकिन हम तुम लोग ने क्या पक्का बोला था अरे हम लोग आ जाएंगे पक्का 6:30 जाते समय बोला था
मुझे लगा कि टाइम टेबल में आगे पीछे हो जाएगा
A is you are right there. You are right there. और yes yes. नहीं क्योंकि हम इस बार उसको ये एक्टिविटी चाहिए AYE yes.
हाँ अरे हाँ अरे एंशिएंट हमारा इधर है अरे आज तो मुख्य वैसे इंग्लिश का कब
Can means no. No है यहाँ पे. हाँ. क्या है? A is अभी मैंने बोला ना. Yes. Stop.
Y का क्या है
Can is
Y ये stop it
क्या है?
Y का कुछ
It can is said लिखना.
हम एक हमको ये बस start
मैं सही नहीं पाऊँ. तुम्हें found is
what का
इतना लंबा लग जाएगा हमारे पास.
stop your you
Soon said. Soon Indian sport community can learn
united का मतलब
Lunatic is Hollow is call. HOLLO, hollow will be call. Plague, trouble. Lucas is looking. Is there looking? Yes. Yeah. Trouble. चलो now they have come. Let's start with Julius Caesar. ये बाकी का तुम लोग ढूंढो क्या है. There is no Come on, let's not waste our time. तो ग्रामर का क्लास का क्या होगा? अभी वो आई नहीं जिसको ग्रामर चाहिए था. हम लोग को ये कंप्लीट करना है ना. उसको बोला ना मैंने क्या अभी ढूंढना तुम बाद में जाके गूगल पे उसका वीडियो. Act 3 scene 1. Now you remember.
हम सेकंड पेज पे है.
सेकंड पेज के सीजन 2. ये अभी हम लोग ने कर लिया. क्या we came here ना? We are till
We came here.
where?
Yeah. This season I could 167.
167 के
Okay.
सीजन वाले पर I could predict नहीं.
Okay. ऊपर नहीं आ.
अभी कैस्पस से शुरू कर. कैस्का से ओके. सो कास्का सीजर एक थोड़ा आगे से पढ़ लेंगे. कैशियस पार्डन सीजर तो कैशियस भी आ जाता है किसके सपोर्ट में? मेटिलस सिम्बर के भाई के सपोर्ट में. किसको बैनिश किया हुआ है याद है? पब्लियस को. पब्लियस को ओके. हाँ हाँ. तो कैशियस भी रिक्वेस्ट करने आगे. देखो अभी नाउ यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दीज आर ऑल कॉन्स्पिरेटर्स. For some reason they want to be around Caesar so that they all can be together. Okay, so excuse ढूंढ रहे हैं. पहले आ गया Metellus Cimber, that pleading, please leave my brother Publius. Then came Cassius. Yes, Caesar, you are great. Please help Publius. Please excuse Caesar. Metellus Cimber. Publius Cimber को punishment हुआ है ना?
Yes.
Caesar बोल देता है कि I would have, if had it been you, I would have moved. You, do you remember सारे dialogues? Okay. एक Caesar का dialogue पढ़ना. Who will read?
Yes.
Okay, Yash read Caesar's dialogue and then.
I could be moved if I were as you. If I could pray to move, prayers would move me. But I am constant as the northern star. A force to fig and resting quality. There is no fellow in the
Firmament.
firmament. I was constant, silver. Should be banished and constantly remain to keep it so.
Okay, so he says, had it been you, you would have moved by such pleadings. Okay, Cassius, but I'm not. I don't get moved. I don't change my decisions because somebody is pleading. Because I'm constant. Like who? Like the northern star. Okay. In the firmament, in the sky, there are so many balls of fire. But there is only one that remains constant. That is North Star. So I am like North Star. So you cannot change my decision. Then comes, actually after that, many people come. But यहाँ पे ना तुम्हारे यहाँ पे थोड़ा shortened version है. बीच बीच के dialogues निकाल दिए. So now comes Casca. Okay. For now, read Casca.
Speak hands for me.
Read the niche. Casca first, then the other conspirators and Brutus start Caesar. Speak hands for me means my hands will speak. And Casca puts the dagger from behind. Okay. And once he puts the dagger, all the conspirators come ahead and they put daggers on him. Okay.
It to brute, then falls Caesar.
Okay. And then what happens? The last one to put the dagger is Brutus. So, and when he sees Brutus stabbing him, he is very hurt. He says, "Et tu, Brutus," that's a very famous dialogue. That is when you're a person whom you don't expect will ever cheats you. It's like when a friend cheats you. It's so that is that. Et tu, Brutus, even you wanted to kill me, and he dies. Sinner.
Sinner.
Any one of you, you be sinner.
Liberty, freedom, tyranny is dead. Run hence, proclaim, cry it about these streets.
So Sinner says, liberty, freedom, tyranny is dead. Let's go out and announce it to everyone. Cassius. See, there are only three people, so every dialogue somebody has to read. Cassius.
Some to the common pulpits and pulpits and cry out liberty, freedom, and
Enfranchisement. So Cassius is come to the stage, common stage, some of you, and cry that.
But here comes Anthony. Welcome, Mark Anthony.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
O mighty Caesar, those thou lies so low, are all the conquest, glories, triumphs, spoils, shrunk to this little measure. Fare thee well. I know not, gentlemen, what you intend. Who else must be blood? Who else is not?
Okay, 1 minute. Huh? And then comes Antony, Mark Antony. When Mark Antony enters, he sees that Julius Caesar's dead body is lying on the ground. So he comes and says, "Oh, mighty Caesar, those thou lie so low. Do you lie so low? You're lying on the floor. You've been stabbed and lying on the floor. Are all thy conquest?" You know, he was a Caesar. Julius Caesar was a conquered so many areas. He had never lost a battle. He, conquered areas, added to the glory. So all your conquests, glory, triumphs, spoils shrunk to this little measure that you won so many battles, got us such glories to for Rome, and it has reduced to this that you are lying here alone in the blood of pool of blood on the floor. Fare thee well. I'm wishing you well. Fare thee well. I know not, gentlemen, what you intend. I don't know, gentlemen. He is now addressing to the first four lines were for Caesar. Then he looks around and finds these people and he tells them, "Gentlemen, I do not know what you intend." Yeah. Antony was Julius Caesar's very, very trusted man, like his right hand man. Another, he was also a general. He was a great warrior. He was also a general. Brutus was a senator. He held a very high position in Rome. He was like a judge, you can say, Brutus. And even Brutus was very close to Caesar.
Ready?
Yeah.
If I myself, there is no honor so great as Caesar's that are, nor no instrument of half that worth as those your swords made rich. With the most noble blood of all this world, I do beseech you, we beseech you, if you bear me harm. Now, whilst your purple hand duly and slow, fulfill your pleasure, live 1,000 years. I should not find myself so apt to die. No place will please me so, no mean of death, as here by Caesar, and by you cut off the choice and master spirits of this age.
Okay. So now Antony is tells these conspirators. I don't know who else must be led blood. I don't know who's the next person you plan to kill. Who else is ranked? Who's the next person? Okay. If I myself, if you're going to kill me, then let me tell you there is no hour so fit as Caesar's death hour. This is the best time to die. This is the time when Caesar died is the best time to die. And nor no instrument of half that worth as those your sword. And your swords, the swords which killed Caesar, are the best instruments to die with. So if you're planning to kill me today, today is the best day to die. Use the same sword that you used to kill Caesar on me. Um, the sword made rich with, because why? Because your swords have become rich with this glorious blood, with his glorious blood. So use those wisdom. I do beseech you, I request you, if you bear me hard, if you have some grudge against me, now while your purple hands do reek and smoke, now when your hands purple, why the hands are purple? Because they have, yeah, they have put their hands in his blood. It is a custom that when you means you're purifying the act. So they had a hand, their hands had Caesar's blood on their hand. There was Caesar's blood on their hand. So now that you have your purple hands, you have Caesar's blood on your hand, fulfill your pleasure. Kill me. If you desire to kill me now. Like 1,000 years, because even if I live for 1,000 years, I shall not find myself so apt to die. I shall not find time that is so right to die. No place will please me so, no mean of death, as here by Caesar and by you cut off. So there will be no correct time, as suitable time, no best place to die for me, even if I live for 1,000 years. So the choice and master spirit of this age, Brutus, oh Antony, beg not your. Okay, fine. Brutus says.
Oh, and beg not of this of us, though now we must appear bloody and cruel, yet see but our hands, and this the bleeding business they have done, our hearts you see not, they are pitiful.
So one minute. Should I explain this much part? Okay, so now Brutus says, "Oh Antony, please do not beg your death of us on us. Again, we don't ask us to kill you. Though now we must appear bloody and cruel. See, today we may appear bloody and cruel because we have killed Caesar, but you see our but you see yet you see you but our hands. You can only see our hands. You can't see our hearts. He says we killed Caesar because he was becoming very dominating, dictatorial. You are seeing our hands today. Our hands have his blood, but you see our heart. Our hearts are pitiful. We are kind people. We have nothing but kindness for you in our heart. And pity for general people. We have only kindness and pity for general people of Rome. We don't mean we are not evil people. We killed Caesar, but that does not mean we want to kill you and others. We have pity for general people of Rome. Now we.
As fire drives out fire, so pity had done this deed on Caesar. For your part, to you our swords have
Laden
laden points. Mark Antony, our arms in strength of human race, and our hearts of brothers temper do receive you and with all kind love, good thoughts and
reverence, respect. Okay, so he says that uh, for your part, for you, our swords have laden points. That means our swords are made of lead. They are very blunt. They are not sharp. That means we don't wish to kill you. Mark Antony, our arms in strength of malice. That means our arms, our hands may appear, hostile, but we have love for you in our heart. So we receive you with all kind of love, good thought, and reverence. Reverence means respect. We receive you. We want you to join us with. We have nothing but respect and reverence and love for you. Now, you read Cassius's dialogue. Hello,
Divya.
Divya.
Your voice shall be as strong as any man's in the disposing of new dignities.
Okay. Cassius says, look, your voice will be as strong. That means we will give importance to what you think, what you want, as much as any man in the disposing of new dignities. That means, we all have won the honor of killing him. So from henceforth, we will allow you to take part in all kinds of decision making, and your views, your decisions will be respected. Okay, we don't want to kill you. Antonia.
I doubt not out of wisdom. Let each man render me his bloody hand. Gentlemen, all. Alas, what shall I say? My credit now stands on such slippery ground that one of two bad men you must consent me. Either a coward or a flatterer. That I did love thee. Caesar, oh, this too. If then thy spirit look upon us now, shall it not leave thee dearer than thy life? To see thy Antony making his peace, shaking the bloody fingers of the foes, most noble in the presence of the foes.
Okay. So Antony says, oh, I don't doubt your wisdom. I don't doubt whatever you're saying. Let each man render me his bloody hand. Let's shake hands. Let I know your hands are bloody hands, but let me shake each one's hand. Actually, what he is doing is marking whose hands are bloody. That means he's checking all the who were the conspirators who have killed
Caesar.
Caesar. Because in the later on, वो चुन चुन के he killed each one. So for that he's making note. He's wishing each one. He's shaking each one's hand to
मतलब
remember.
इसी चैप्टर में वो समझ ना
इसी चैप्टर में नहीं मरेंगे ना?
हाँ बेटा बहुत बड़ा चैप्टर है मैं पे और not such.
नहीं करें
मतलब actual play में बोल रही हूँ. Okay, so he says that see, my credit today stands on a very slippery ground. My credibility, मेरी कुछ credibility नहीं है आज. My credibility is on a slippery ground. Either you will call me either a coward, I'll be called either a coward or a flatterer. Like now anybody can say, like in future, they might say, अभी Caesar नहीं है, तो ये डर गया. और वो he joined the conspirators. Or people might say, look at the flatterer. Asriel used to flatter Caesar, now he's flattering them. So my credit is on a slippery ground. I'll be either called a flatterer or a coward. If then thy spirit that I did love thee, Caesar, see, it is true. I loved Caesar a lot. And if his spirit looks upon us now, it will grieve. It will be very, very sad if our spirit goes. If his spirit looks upon us now, it will be very, very sad to see somebody who was dearer than thy death. Somebody who was so. Antony was very, very dear to Caesar. So Caesar का जो spirit है, अगर उसने देखा, it will feel so bad that Antony, someone who was so dearer to him more than death, shaking the bloody fingers, shaking hands with his foes, shaking hands with the enemies, and that too in the presence of the cause. यहाँ से अभी तक dead body उठाई भी नहीं है. The dead body is not yet been moved. In the presence of his, he's been killed, and here his most beloved friend, friend is shaking hands with the enemy. So Cassius says, Mark Antony, what are you saying?
Pardon me, Caius Cassius. The enemies of Caesar shall say this. Then, in a friend, it is old honesty.
He says, Antony says, yes, even Caesar was great, and this is what, and Caesar will say, think that my truest friend is now shaking hands with, has joined my enemies. So even any, had someone been Caesar's enemy, even they will say that. So I'm just telling you the honest opinion.
Cassius, Divya,
I blame you not for praising Caesar so, but what compact mean you to have with us? Will you be
Pricked in number.
in number of our friends, or shall we on and not depend on you?
Okay, so he says, no, 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 I'm not blaming you for praising Caesar. But what agreement are we going to have? Are you going to be one of our friends? Are you going to be one of our friends? Or shall we go on? Or should we just move ahead and not depend on you? Can we depend on you? Are you going to be our friend? Or you are just going to give up everything and we shouldn't depend on you?
Therefore, I took your hands, but was indeed straight from the point, by looking down on Caesar. Friends, am I with you all, and love you all. Upon this hope, that you shall give me reasons. Why and wherein Caesar was faithful.
Okay. So Anthony says, yes, yes, I'm your friend. Therefore, I took each one of you, I shook hands with each one of you. But I just got swayed when I looked at Caesar's dead body. I just got swayed. मेरा attention divert हो गया. My attention got diverted. I'm your friend, but on one condition, you have to give me reason. Like, why? Why did you think? Why did you think that Caesar was dangerous? You have to tell me why and where and how was Caesar dangerous? And why did you think Caesar was dangerous? Because Antony was his true friend and he never thought Caesar was dangerous. Like, why did you give me the reason for killing him?
our reasons are so full of good regard that were you, Antony, the son of Caesar, you shall be satisfied.
Yeah, you should be satisfied. He said, yeah, our reasons are of good regard. We have serious reasons, and we will tell you the reasons are serious. And you, I know you were like Caesar's son. You are like his second son. You are like his son. And you, who loved him so much, like a father, will also be satisfied.
That's all I see, and am moreover suitor that I may reduce his body to the marketplace, and in the pulpit, as becomes a friend, speak in the order of his funeral.
Okay. So he says, that's all I seek. I just want that you have some valid reason for killing him. And he says, I have one more request. He says, as his friend, I wish to produce his dead body. That is, I wish to carry his dead body and keep it in the marketplace. And that is where we must have a funeral and funeral ceremony, a ceremonial funeral for Caesar. And I would like, as a friend, I would like to speak in that ceremony. Okay, he says that I want to speak in praise of Julius Caesar.
You shall, Mark Antony.
Brutus, a word with you.
Aside to Brutus, वो Brutus को side में लेके जाता है. And then says,
You know not what you do. Do not consent that Antony speak in this funeral. Know you how much the people may be moved by that which he will utter.
okay. So वो उसको side में लेके जाता है. And he says, you know not what, you don't know what you're doing. Do not give consent for Mark Antony to speak at his funeral, at Caesar's funeral, because you don't know how people will be moved when they hear him speak. What if he manipulates? What if, what we don't know what he's going to say. And what if people turn against us? So don't ever consent. Don't give the consent for him to speak.
By your pardon, I will myself indicate. Pulpit, not pulpit,
Stage.
first, and show the reason of our Caesar's death. What Antony shall speak, I will protest. He speaks by leave and by permission.
Okay. So he says, don't worry. I will myself first go on the stage and I will tell the people our reason to kill him. We will openly tell why we killed Caesar. And after that, we will tell people that now Antony is speaking with our permission. We have given him permission and he wants to speak about Caesar. So, so therefore he says that there will be no problem. Brutus says there won't be any problem. People will be convinced once Brutus speaks because Brutus was also Brutus held a very high position in the society. Brutus was loved by everyone. So therefore he thought that once he speaks, people will be convinced.
I know, I know not what may fall. I like it not.
So Cassius is a little upset. Cassius, I do not know what will happen. I don't know what will happen. I do not like it. I do not like this.
Mark Antony, here, take you Caesar's body. You shall not in your funerals each name us, but speak all good you can devise of Caesar, and say you did it.
You do it.
You do it by our permission. Else shall you not have any hand at all about his funeral, and you shall speak in the same
Pulpit.
pulpit whereto I am going. After my speech is ended,
Okay. So he says, he goes to Mark Antony. He says, Mark Antony, take Caesar's body. You shall, remember, you shall not blame us for anything in your funeral speech. You shall not blame us that we were bad people. So you shall not blame us in your funeral speech. You are allowed to speak as much good about Caesar as you want. Speak all good about Caesar, but what will you not do? You will not blame us for anything. Otherwise, uh, plus you will say that you're speaking here with our permission. Only because we have given you permission, you are speaking on the stage. Else shall you not have any hand at all. Otherwise, you will not be able to speak at all. You will not be allowed to speak. About this funeral, you will speak on the same stage. First, I will speak, and after I finish my speech, you are allowed to speak. So we will speak on the same stage, and you will agree to whatever I say. Anthony says,
Be it so, I will desire no more.
I says, okay, fine. I don't desire more. Fine, I agree to it. Take a break. और कितना है?
With the stage, my meeting will start. मतलब बड़ी निकल.
You think we'll be able to finish in 1
not
hour?
quite today, but by next coming classes. हमें वापस start Second will gain. I've discovered that, huh? ये देख नीला वाला इसका तो स्क्रीनशॉट बनता है यार।
Okay. Brutus बोलो अपना dialogue.
Well, Mark Antony.
नहीं मैं
Hmm.
That's what I did.
Prepare then the body then and follow us.
What is extremate?
Exit.
Actually,
So now everybody but Anthony exit. Okay. Now Anthony is alone there in the that building where
house.
the in the Senate house where Caesar's body is lying. Now all this dialogue is for Caesar now.
Oh, pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth, that I am meek and gentle with these butchers.
Okay, so he says, please excuse me. I'm sorry, excuse me, thou bleeding piece of earth. You are nothing but a bleeding piece of earth today. I'm meek and gentle, that I'm so soft. I'm so meek and gentle with these butchers, those who pulled you. Kasai, butchers,
Killers.
yeah, killers. Butcher means you don't know who the butcher is. Kasai जिसको बोलते हैं हिंदी में, the one who kills the mutton काटने वाला butcher.
Butter.
गोट काटने वाला.
हाँ, वो जो रस्सी काटता था बोट का.
अरे butcher you don't know. जो मटन बेचता है वो काटता है मटन.
अरे goat नहीं goat.
Oh,
Goats.
So butchers are the one who have, these are all butchers, like they have killed him, right?
Thou art the ruins.
Thou art. Thou means
the
your
ruins
art.
of this man that ever lived in these kind of times. Go to the hand that shed this costly blood. Over thy wounds now do I prophecy, which like dumb mouths to ope their ruby lips. To beg the voice and the utterance of my tongue, a curse shall lie upon the lips of men.
Okay, 1 minute. So he says, thou art the ruins of the noble. You are the most noble man who are lying in the ruins today. Okay? You are the most noble man that ever lived in the tide of times, that ever lived on this earth. So, woe to that hand, woe to the hand that shed this costly. I'm cursing that hand. Woe to the hand. I'm cursing that hand, those hands which shed this costly blood. Over thy wounds, now I prophesy. Over your wounds, I now am making a prediction. I'm prophesying. Over your wounds are today, your wounds are like dumb mouths. Cut हुआ है ना सब जगह. So ऐसे लग रहा है जैसे it's a open mouth. There are lips. The wounds are like lips, open lips. Okay. So he says that the dumb mouths do open their ruby lips. They open. It's like your dumb mouth. Your wounds are like dumb. Dumb means somebody who cannot speak. Your wounds are like, the mouths which cannot speak. Okay, the mouth without speech. To beg the voice and utterance of my, I'm speaking on behalf of your wounds. And what am I saying? A curse shall light upon the limbs of men. A curse, I'm cursing that a curse shall lie upon the limbs of men, domestic fury and fierce civil strife. Okay, I'm predicting I will cause domestic fury. There will be a lot of fight and civil fight, right? Civil war. You know what a civil war is, no?
Yes, a fight
Within the country. So there is going to be fury, big anger, and there's going to be civil war in the country.
Shall tumble all the parts of Italy, blood and destruction shall be so in use. and dreadful objects so familiar that mothers shall but smile when they behold their infants watered with the hands of war. Already choked with custom of felt deeds, and Caesar spirit, raging for revenge, with aid by his side, come hot from hell, shall in these confines, with a monarch's voice, cry however, and let slip the dog of war. That
Okay, one minute. So he said there's going to be civil war and there's going to be fury everywhere. And there will be the whole, all parts of Italy will be burdened with this war. All parts of Italy will be burdened with this war. Blood and destruction will be so common that dreadful objects will be so familiar that mothers will not even cry. They will laugh when they see their dead, when they carry the dead infant in their hand. No, the infants, their children dead by because of the war. When the mothers will see their infants died because of the war, they will not even cry because it will become a commonplace. What he's trying to say is there's going to be destruction and death common everywhere. All pity choke with custom fell deed. So he says terrible deeds will take place and there will be no pity. There will be no pity and Caesar's spirit will range. Caesar's spirit will range with
revenge.
for revenge. With whom? With eight. Eight is goddess, a Greek goddess of revenge. So Caesar's spirit will be with goddess eight and it will roam around here for revenge for his death. She will come out from hell. She will also support him, take the revenge. Shall in these confines with monarch's voice cry, that voice she will cry, shout, havoc, and let slip the dog of war, that this foul deed shall smell above the earth. There will be this foul smell of death above the earth. So he says, I will take revenge of your death.
That this body shall smell above the earth, with carrion men floating from
Burial.
burial.
So he says there will be no smell of death everywhere. The people, the bodies, the dead people will be crying for burial. There will be no place for their burial. So many people will die. I cause such destruction. And he exists with Caesar's body. Enter Brutus and Cassius and a throng of citizens. Citizens, we will be satisfied. Let us be satisfied.
Then follow me.
And
Then follow me and give me audience, friends.
listen to me, friends. Then follow me and listen to me.
First citizen.
Yeah, you be first citizen.
I will hear Brutus speak.
Goes into the pulpit.
Okay. Second citizen. The noble Brutus is ascended. Silence. Noble Brutus has climbed on the stage. Silence, silence.
Be patient till the last. Romans, countrymen, and lovers, hear me for my cause, and be silent, that you may hear. Believe me for my honor, and have respect to mine honor, that you may believe. Censure me in your wisdom, and await your senses, that you may the better judge.
Okay. So he says, this is a very famous dialogue. Roman countrymen and lovers. Hear me for my cause. Listen to me, the cause I present here. Okay. Be silent that you may hear. Be silent so you all can hear what I want to say. Believe me for mine honor. All this while I held such a high position. I am an honorable man. So believe me when I speak to you that I'm speaking truth and what I'm speaking is right. And have respect to my honor. Respect my honor. that you may believe, censure me in your wisdom. If you want to criticize me harshly, if in your wisdom, and awake your senses that you may be the better judge. So be wise, keep your wisdom, keep your senses, and then criticize me. Keep open mind and listen to what I'm trying to say. And I'm an honorable man. Respect to what I'm saying. I don't take decisions, you know, uh, unnecessarily. If I've done something, there is a reason to it.
If there be any in this assembly, any dear friend of Caesar's, to him I say that Brutus' love to Caesar was no less than his.
Okay. So he says, in this assembly, if there is someone who is Caesar's friend, then I want to tell you that Brutus's love for Caesar was no less than your love for Caesar. You know, as much as you love Caesar, I loved him more.
If then that friend demand why Brutus rose again, Caesar, this is my answer.
And that friend asked, why did you then again rose against Caesar? Why did you kill Caesar? This is my answer.
So now they told everyone that they will execute. Why?
Everybody knew
How?
because they had done it in open in the Senate.
Not that I love Caesar less, but that I love him more.
Okay, so he says, I killed him not because did not love him. Not that I loved him less. I loved him a lot, but I love Rome more.
Had you rather Caesar were living and die all slaves than that Caesar were dead to live all free men?
Okay, so you says, do you think, had you rather, is it okay is it okay that Caesar rather lived and made all of us slave, or he died and because of that now we all can live in freedom? No, it's better, no, that he died and we all can live in freedom. Had he lived, he would have turned all of us slaves.
As Caesar loved me, I weep for him. As he was fortunate, I rejoice at it. As he was valiant, I honor him. But as he was ambitious, I sweat him,
I slew him.
slew him.
So he says, as Caesar loved me, see, Caesar loved me a lot. So yes, I cry for his death. As he was fortunate, he was a very fortunate man. I rejoice him. I praise him. I enjoy him. As he was valiant, he was a very brave soldier. I honor him for his bravery. But as he was ambitious, as he was very, very dictatorial, as he was very ambitious, I slew him. I killed him. Because he was very ambitious. He wanted to become a king. And so I slew him. I killed him.
There is tears for his love, joy for his fortune, and honor for his valor, and death for his ambition.
Hmm.
Who is here to so base that could be a bondman?
He says, who is here so ready to fall so low that he's okay with being a slave? Which Roman citizen is so low, or is ready to fall so low and ready to be a slave?
If any speak for him, have I offended? Who is here so rude that would not be a Roman?
Have I offended someone? Is is there anybody who's rude, who's saying that he's not? Will there be anyone who will be so rude and say that I'm not a Roman? कौन यहाँ पे बोलेगा कि मैं रोमन नहीं हूँ? Okay? Because that would be a very rude thing to say.
If any speak for him, have I offended? Who is here so wild that will not love his country? Any speak for him, have I offended? I pause, for a reply.
Who's here? Have I offended any of you? I have done this for Rome. I have killed him. Why he says he has killed Caesar? Why? Because Caesar was very
Dominating.
ambitious, very dominating. The word uses ambitious. He was very, very ambitious. Had he loved, he would have turned all the Romans slave. He would have turned all of us slave. And who's here so low who would love to be a slave? Who's here who, because if you love to be a slave, then you're not a Roman. A Roman does not love, would never love to be a slave. So there is not a single man who will say, I'm not a Roman. Because that would be very, very deep. So whom have I offended? किसको मैंने चोट पहुंचाई है? किसको मैंने दुख पहुंचाया? यहाँ सीजर को मर्डर करके. Have I offended anyone? No. I have done this for all you people, for all the Romans. All, none. So all people say none, Brutus, none. No, 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 Brutus, you have not offended anyone.
Then none have I offended, I have done no more to Caesar than you shall do to Brutus.
Okay, so he says if I have not offended anyone, then I have done nothing wrong to Brutus.
Caesar.
I have done nothing wrong to Caesar, than you shall do to Brutus. Brutus. जो तुम ब्रूटस के लिए करोगे वही मैंने सीजर के लिए किया है. मैंने कुछ भी गलत नहीं किया. I have done nothing wrong to Caesar.
The question of his death is enrolled in the Capitol. His glory not
Extenuated.
extenuated, wherein he was worthy, nor his offences enforced, for which he suffered death.
So he says that, see, the question of his death is enrolled. The question of his death is recorded. Why did he get death? Because he was very ambitious. But his glory is not exaggerated. He was a glorious man. He was a very great man. He was a very great soldier. And but his offense was he was very ambitious. And for that, he suffered death. In the meantime, Antony enters with Caesar's body.
Here comes his body, mourned by Mark Antony, who though he had no hand in this death, his death, shall receive the benefit of his dying, a place in the commonwealth, as which of you shall know.
Okay. So he says that here comes Antony. Now, Antony did not have a hand in killing Caesar, but he will also get all the benefit of his dying. Because Caesar is dead, now we all will live in a commonwealth. We will live in a freedom. And so will Antony. Antony will also get to live in the freedom. We'll live in the free republic. Okay. With this I depart.
With this I depart, that as I swell,
Slew my best
my
lover.
best lover, for the good of Rome, I have the same dagger for myself. When it shall please my country to need my death.
Okay, so he says, with this I will take your leave. I will go. That as I slew my best lover. She said, as I killed, slew means killed, my best lover, best friend. But why have I killed my best friend? For the good of Rome. So, but I have same dagger. So here I have same dagger for myself. If I ever do something wrong, my country will kill me with the same thing. Okay? When I shall please my country to need my death. So I have the same dagger for myself. If I go wrong, then my country, I will use this same dagger on myself.
But why did like Brutus change his way of talking? Because he was speaking like guy, no, but here he's speaking in simple English.
No, here comes his dead body, mourned by Mark Antony. Well,
I know die though. You वैसे word use करता है कि poem
when it shall please my country to need my death. ये ना तुम्हारे टेक्स्ट में चेंज किया हुआ है, ओरिजिनल में दाई दाव ही है, तभी दाई दाव ही बोला करते थे. Excuse me for a minute, I'll be back.
अरे जो मैं तेरे को बोल रहा था ना, जो अमेज़न प्राइम मैं तेरे को उसका फोटो भेजता हूँ, तो फोटो ओके का नहीं, ये वैसे कब हो रहा है, बर्थडे पार्टी डीजे पास तो पार्टी
ये तो
अरे ना पर कब है
भाई
मेरा,
रखते हैं फोटो।
अरे पर कब है,
और उसके बर्थडे पे ही होगी ना, पागल नहीं हो?
कभी आज भी हो सकता है।
तू तू पूछना, कल मैं कल पूछना,
हम्म,
कल वैसे भी मिली है हम लोग।
भाई वो बर्थडे में
हाँ
वो आ रहा है
कौन?
चौपड़,
अच्छा
कितने बजे,
सुबह उठने का पहले उसमें
अगर मैं उठा 8 बजे, सबके घर जाके कलेक्ट करके आऊंगा मैं,
यही करना है। पागल नहीं करते को लगता है कि सबको पता है।
नहीं देख संगीत को कॉल करके बुला देंगे, बाकी सिद्धांत को भी कॉल करके बुला देंगे, और बाकी हम शहर को कलेक्ट करेंगे,
अच्छा
मैं तो मेरा साथ,
क्या बोल रहा है भाई, तूने अभी जस्ट बोला कि कॉल करके दोनों को बुलाएंगे, फिर इस चारों को अपने आप को कलेक्ट कर लेंगे।
मैं तेरे को कलेक्ट करने आऊंगा
अरे अंदर में घंटा खराब कर देना है।
7:30 बजे,
लेकिन
देखेंगे क्या,
अरे तो होने से कुछ नहीं ना।
Okay. Okay, retreating.
yes, live bruises, live.
So everybody is happy. Everybody says yes, yes, yes. Brutus, you have done a great job. Long live Brutus. Brutus, live, live. You have done such a wonderful thing. Yes, we totally agree that he was a dictator, and had he lived, we would have all become slaves. Okay. Say
Bring every time home onto his house.
unto his house. Hey, let's all take him in the victory triumph. Like, carry, let's take him to the in a big triumph victory parade to his house.
Give him a statue with his ancestors.
So let's erect his statue. उसका statue ही बना देते हैं उसके ancestors के साथ.
Let him be Caesar.
Let him be the next Caesar. Let's make him the next leader.
Who?
Brutus.
Caesar's better parts shall be crowned in Brutus. You know, so he says that Caesar's best qualities are there in Brutus. So only Caesar's best qualities are there in Brutus. So Brutus is a great man. Let's make him the next leader.
First citizen.
He'll bring him to his house with shouts and clamor.
Clamor, yes.
My countrymen,
Peace, silence, with a speech.
peaceful. Good countrymen, let me depart alone, and for my sake stay here with Anthony. Do grace to Caesar's corpse, and grace his speech, tending to Caesar's glories, which Mark Antony, by our permission, is allowed to do. I do entreat you, Not a man depart, save I alone. Till Antony spoke. Exit.
Okay. So he says, good countrymen, let me depart alone. Let me go alone. Don't come with me. For my sake, stay here with Antony. Antony wants to do grace Caesar's cause. Give respect, pay respect, because Caesar was a great man. He was a great conqueror. He had some bad qualities, but he was a great conqueror. So pay respect to Caesar's dead body and grace Antony's speech. Wait here and listen to Antony speak. Listen to what Antony wishes to say. Because he is standing here with our permission and speaking in praise of Caesar. So I request, I entreat you that not a man depart. No man will go until Antony finishes his speech. And then he exits. No man, only I will leave, he says.
Stay home and let us hear Mark Antony.
Let him go up into the chair. He will hear him. No, but Antony, go up.
For Brutus' sake, I'm beholding to you.
Okay, so this is for Brutus, I'm speaking to you.
What's this?
What does he say of Brutus?
What does he say of Brutus?
He says for Brutus' sake, he finds himself in to us all.
He's saying that for Brutus's sake, for Brutus, he's he's speaking to all of us.
This
Yeah.
Caesar was
Just to Corona.
it were best he speak no harm of Brutus here.
He better not speak anything wrong about Brutus here. He better not criticize Brutus here. It were best. It would be उसके लिए अच्छा होगा कि वो यहाँ खड़े होके Brutus के against कुछ नहीं बोलेगा. Okay? It were best that he does not speak anything ill about Brutus.
This Caesar was a tyrant.
Nay, that's certain. We are blessed that Rome is rid of him.
Yeah, so first third citizen says, yes, we are blessed that who is, has got rid of him.
Please let us hear what Antony can say.
You, gentle Romans,
Don't they?
citizens,
Please, oh, let us hear him.
friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears.
So
I
this
come-
is one of the very, very popular, very, very popular monologue. Okay, this first line is an extremely popular monologue. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears.
I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is oft entered with their bones.
Okay, so he says that I have come to bury Caesar, not praise him. The evil that men do lives even after their death. And all the good that they have done gets buried with their bones. That means it is forgotten. Okay.
So let it be with Caesar, the noble Brutus. I told you, Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it was a grievous fault. And grievous had Caesar answered it.
So he says, so let it be with Caesar also. The noble Brutus has told you that Caesar was ambitious. And if it were so, and if it was so, then it was a grave fault. And for his fault, he has answered. That means he had to pay also very grievously. Caesar had to pay for his fault very, very grievously. He had to face his death for being ambitious.
Ambitious. If it were so, it was grievous' fault. And grievous had Caesar's answered it. Here, under leave of Brutus and the rest, for Brutus is an honorable man. So I'll take all honorable men.
So now this speech, it's very, very interesting. See, Antony is being very sarcastic. Brutus ने क्या बोला था? हमको criticize नहीं करना. He doesn't criticize them at all. He constantly calls them honorable men in his speech. And read how he turns the public. So,
Come, I will speak in Jesus' name. He was my friend, faithful and just to me. But Brutus said he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. He had brought many captives from home to Rome. Who was
okay,
trans-
now listen, he says. Uh, Under leave of Brutus, I'm speaking here with Brutus and others' permission. Okay. See, Brutus was an honorable man, and so are they all. All these who killed these conspirators, all these conspirators are honorable men. I have come to speak in Caesar's funeral. With their permission, I have, Brutus and other conspirators. With their permission, I have come to speak in Caesar's funeral. He was my friend, faithful and very, very kind to me. Brutus says he was ambitious. And Brutus is an honorable man. So if Brutus says, then maybe it was true. He was ambitious. Brutus says is an honorable man. He had, but Caesar, he means who? Caesar had brought many captives home to Rome. He has brought so many, he has won so many wars, and so many people he has brought here as captives. Whose ransom did the general coffers fill? He won the wars and he got so much ransom by winning the wars. Where did the coffers, where did all that money that he won went? It went in the general coffer, no? Went in the general, it went in Romans. Rome के ही तिजोरी में गया ना? It went in the general coffer. See.
Did this in Jesus seem ambitious?
Then was that ambitious about Caesar? That whatever he won, he went and filled the general coffers, general treasury.
When that the poor have cried, Caesar have wept. Ambition should be made of stern or stone.
So he says, whenever Caesar saw a poor man crying, even Caesar has wept with him. He has felt pity for him. So he says, if a man was ambitious, then that is not how an ambitious man is. No, ambitious man should be more stern, must be more cruel. Yet
Brutus says he was ambitious.
Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. So maybe that is true.
You all did see that on the Lupercal, I thrice presented him a kingly crown, which he did thrice refuse. Was this ambition? Yet, Brutus said he was ambitious, and sure, he is an honorable man.
So he says, you all did see that on the Lupercal. Lupercal was a festival day. They have this feast on that. They celebrate this particular day, and they have a feast on that day. Okay. So on the day of Lupercal, in front of everyone, Antony presented Caesar a crown. You become our king. He presented the crown not once, not twice. He presented thrice, and all three times Caesar declined. He says, does that show he was ambitious? But Brutus says he was ambitious. Had he been ambitious, he would have accepted the crown that day only. But Brutus was an honorable man, and if he says so, then it must be true that he was ambitious.
And speak not to disapprove what Brutus spoke. But
see, I'm not trying to disprove. I'm not trying to contradict what Brutus spoke.
But here, I am to speak what I don't know. You all did love him once, not without cause. What cause was you then? To mourn for him?
Okay, so you all loved him once. You all loved him once. and you all loved him for some reason, right? You did not love him without any cause. Then why? What is that cause that is withholding you to mourn him? Why are you not so now sad for because he is dead? Didn't you love him when he won the battles? Didn't you love him when he brought so much wealth for Rome? Now, why are you happy that he's being killed? Why are you not mourning for his death?
O judgment, thou art fled to brutish beast, and men have lost their reason. Bear with me, my heart is in conflict there with Caesar, and I must pause till it comes to me.
So, and she says that, oh, men have lost their reason. They are not able to think straight. uh, O judgment, thou art fled to brutish beasts. O judgment, O kind God of judgment. These people, they are brutish beasts. They're like beasts. When they got profit from Caesar, they praised him. And now, when Caesar is killed, they don't even mourn him. Then he says, and he becomes very emotional. He says, bear with me. I'm sorry, bear with me. My heart is in the coffin with Caesar. So I'm very, very sad that Caesar is dead. So I must pause till it come back. Let me compose myself. Yes. First, Divya, first citizen, second citizen, तुम लोग पढ़ना दोनों मिलके.
He thinks there is much reason in his saying.
Suddenly the citizens का opinion change हो रहा है. पहले तो बोल रहे थे ये better not, let's take Antony, let's take Brutus home in the victory parade. Now the same citizens are saying, no, there is much reason in what he's saying.
If thou consider that he, Caesar has done great wrong,
Has he, masters? I fear there will a worse come in his place.
but yet his words he would not take his throne. Therefore,
It is certain.
it is certain he was more ambitious.
So fourth citizen says, yeah. See, you remember the Caesar, Antony did give him the crown thrice. He refused to take thrice the crown. That means he was not ambitious. Somebody says, no, he was a great man. He won so many wars. First citizen.
If it be found so, some will dare abide it.
Was his eyes are red dust with
Weeping. So now they are feeling very sad for Antony. They're saying, oh, so poor soul. Look how his eyes have become red because he's been crying for his dear friend.
There is not a nobler man.
Nobler.
Nobler man in Rome than Antony. There is no other man as noble as Antony in Rome.
Now mark him. He begins to speak.
But yesterday, the word of Caesar might have stood against the word. Now lies he there, and none so poor to do him
Reverence. He says, just yesterday, the word of Caesar might have stood against the world. That means nobody would have opposed whatever Caesar was saying. And today, there is no one. And now lies he there, and none so poor to do him reverence. And there is not a single soul to pay respect to him. Yeah, oh masters.
O masters, if I were disposed to stir your hearts and minds to mutiny and rage, I should do Brutus now and Cassius now. Who, you all know, are honoring men.
Okay, so he says, if I decide to stir your hearts and minds, if I change your hearts and mind to mutiny and anger, then I will be doing wrong to Brutus and Caesar. See, because of my speech, if you people get angry, and decide to mutiny, decide to fight, then I'll be doing the wrong thing to Brutus and Cassius. And you all know Brutus and Cassius are honorable men. I will not do them wrong.
Rather choose to wrong the dead, to wrong myself and you, than I will wrong such honorable men. But here's a parchment with the seal of Caesar. I found it in his closet. It is his will. Let what the common here is the testament,
Testament.
which, pardon me, I do not need to be. And they would go and kiss dead Caesar's wound, and dip their napkins in his sacred blood. Yea, beg a hair of him for memory, and I mention it within their wills, bequeathing it is a rich legacy unto their issue.
Okay.
We will hear the will. Read it, Mark Antony.
You understood though this paragraph, what he says?
Yes.
He says that, look, if my speech inspires you, incites you to fight, then I'll be doing wrong to Brutus. So I would not do anything, I would not do wrong to Brutus and Cassius. I would rather do wrong to the dead man. I would rather do wrong to myself and I would rather do wrong to you. But I will not wrong them because they are noble men. Okay? They are honorable men. But there is this I found in his closet. This is his will. Okay. So, but if you read this, if you read what is written in this, you will go dip your napkins in his sacred blood, Caesar's sacred blood. You will ask for one hair of Caesar's, got from Caesar's head, to keep it as memory. You will, usually in the will, people give out all their rich legacy to their issue. That means to their children. Whatever they have, whatever riches they have, they pass it to their children. So the fourth citizen says, we'll hear the will. Read it, Mark Antony. We want to know what is written in that. All.
We will hear Caesar's will.
Very good.
Have patience, dear friends. I must not read it. It is not me. You know how Caesar loved me. You are
It is not proper for you to know now how much Caesar loved you.
You are not wood, you are not stones, but men. And being men, hearing the will of Caesar, it will inflame you. It will make you mad. It is good you know not that you are his ears.
Okay, so he says, no, I will not read his will. Okay, because it is not good for you to hear. Because you are not made of wood. You are not made of stones. You are just men. And if you read what he has written in this, and if you come to know what is written in this, it will make you mad. And it is not good to know that it is not good. It will make you mad. Why? When you come to know that you are his heirs. HEIR, heir means he has, the heir, no? Heir means varis. He has given all. Yeah, descendant. His descendant. Next.
तेरा बच्चा और उसका भी बच्चा.
Yeah, tera bachcha is your heir. You are your father's heir.
Yes.
तेरे पापा तेरे को
Pardon.
Read the will. We will hear it. Anthony, you shall read us the will. Caesar's will.
Will you be patient? Will you stay a while? I have a word.
I have overshot myself to tell you of it.
I fear, I wrong the honorable men whose daggers have stabbed Caesar. I do fear it.
He says, but will you be patient? Do you have time? Because I have taken more time than I was given. I was asked to speak. So, and I'm afraid of these honorable men, because these honorable men whose daggers have stabbed Caesar. You understand the sarcasm is using? Caesar, and I do fear it. मुझे भी मार देंगे भाई. They might kill me also. They have killed this great Caesar. They will kill me also. I'm afraid of them. I'm not sure if I should be telling you this information.
They were traitors, honorable men.
Honorable men, they were traitors. All the will, the testament.
They were villains, murderers, the will. Read the will.
You understand what is happening? Suddenly the crowd is changing. There was a time when these citizens once said that Arey, Brutus will be the second Caesar. Let's erect his statue. Let's carry him home. Now they are suddenly calling them villains and murderers.
You will compel me then to read the will, then make a ring about the corpse of Caesar, and let me show you him that made the will. Shall I descend and will you give me leave?
Okay, then he says, fine. If you compel me to read, then let me come down. Make a circle around Caesar's dead body. Let me stand there, and then I will read what is written in that.
Come down, descend. Mushafabi.
Antony comes down. A ring, stand around.
If you have tears, prepare them to shed now. Shed them now. You are all to know this matter. I remember the first time ever Caesar put it on. It was on a summer evening in his tent. That day he overcame the nervy. Look in the place ran Cassian dagger through. See what a rent the envious Castor made.
Okay. So he says, Antony says, if you have tears, prepare up. अगर तुम अभी रोने के लिए तैयार हो,
तो रो दो, अभी रो दो.
come, be prepared to shed them now. You all know this mantle. Do you know this mantle? उसने वो robe पहना था. Do you know do you know this mantle? I remember the first times ever Caesar put it on. I remember when he wore this first. It was a summer's evening in his tent. That day he overcame the nervy. You know, it was a summer's day, and that day he wore this for the first time after we won the battle at Nervi. After winning that battle, we were celebrating, and that time he wore this. And it was the battle of Nervi was a very tough battle. And that battle brought a lot of wealth and prestige to Rome. So he says, when he won that battle of Nervi, that time he had won that. Look in this place. Look, this is the place where Cassius dagger through. यहाँ से देखो वो कैसे फाड़ा है Cassius का dagger यहाँ से गया. And see what a rent the envious Casca made. See the tear. Rent is tear. See the tear the envious Casca made.
Through this, the well-beloved would stand.
And through this, the well-beloved, उसका सबसे beloved, Brutus sat.
And as he plucked his first heel away, mark how the blood of Caesar followed him. As rushing on the nose to be resolved, if Brutus so kindly out or no, for Brutus, as you know, was Caesar's angel. Judge, O you gods, how dearly Caesar loved him. This was the most uncandid cut of all. For when the noble Caesar saw him stand, in gratitude, more stronger than Caesar's arms, quite vanquished him.
Okay, so he says that. So he's saying, mark how and this is through this the well-beloved. See this. This is where the well-beloved Brutus sat. And as he plucked his cursed steel away, and as he removed his cursed steel means the blade, the weapon, the sword. Steel means the sword. And as he removed his sword, mark how the blood followed. He says this wound, no, which is made by Brutus,
Yes.
that bled most. See how the blood followed. It has the wound that Brutus made. The blood followed so much that it reached till the doors. It reached till the door. If Brutus so unkindly knock or no, for Brutus, as you know, was Caesar's angel. Caesar loved him a lot. He was Caesar's angel. Judge, O you gods, how dearly Caesar loved him. This was the most unkindest cut off. No, the rest were fine, but Caesar always loved Brutus. So this was the most unkindest, most or unkindest. Super degree हो गया यहाँ, superlative. It is superlative. Most unkindest. ये सिर्फ शेक्सपियर ही लिख सकता है. Superlative.
Word process.
So this was the most unkindest cut of all. For when the noble Caesar saw him stab, because when Caesar saw Brutus stab him, he was more hurt by ingratitude than traitors, being traitor. No, quite vanquished him. Then burst his, mighty heart, and then burst his mighty heart. If Brutus का घाव सबसे बुरा था, that killed his mighty heart.
And in his mantle, muffling of his face, even at the base of Pompey's statue, which all the while had heard, great Caesar fell. Oh, what a fall was there, my countrymen, that I and you and all of us fell down, by his bloody treasure flourished over us.
Okay, so he says, and then just he was lying there at the feet of Pompey's statue. He was lying there in the pool of blood. Okay, he was lying there in the pool of blood, and what a fall was there. As you know, this great Caesar was lying there in the pool of blood. That after these conspirators killed him. Oh, what a fall was there, my countrymen, that I and you and all of us, it's not that Caesar fell. We all have fallen down. We all have fallen down with blood, and bloody treason has flourished. Who has won? Flourished means won. Who has won? Treason, cheating, cheaters, bloody treason, dhokha. Bloody treason has flourished over us.
Oh, now you mean, and I perceive to feel that the
Tint of pity.
These are precious drops.
So he says, now you weep because you feel the dint of pity. Abhi, now you can understand the pity for Caesar. These are gracious drops, kind souls, and weep you when you but behold our Caesar's vesture wounded. So he says that now when you see Caesar, when you see that how he is being wounded, how this beautiful coat has been torn, how he has been killed. Look you here. Here is himself marred as you see with traitors. This is how the traitors, he's showing एक wound दिखा रहा है. He's showing each wound. This is how the traitors have wounded him. Okay.
Oh, pernicious spectacle.
Oh, piteous spectacle. Oh, सबको देख के वो, he calls them close and he shows each wound on Caesar's body. Oh, what a pity thing! What a sad, piteous spectacle.
Oh no, but Caesar. Oh wow, the day.
Oh, traitors, villains.
Oh, traitors, villains.
Oh, bloody sight.
Oh, what a bloody sight.
We will be revenged.
Revenge, steam, burn, fire.
Suddenly, they all get angry. Look how brutally they have killed Caesar. So they all start shouting, revenge, about, seek, burn, fire, kill, slay. Let not a traitor live. एक भी traitor बचना नहीं चाहिए. Let's kill all the traitors. Let's burn them, kill them.
Take countrymen. Peace there, hear the noble Anthony. We will hear him. We will follow him. We will die with him.
Good friends, sweet friends,
Wow.
let me not stir you out to such a sudden blood of mutiny. They that have done this deed are honorable. What private deeds they have, alas, and no, no.
He
That's
says, oh, I don't want you to, sweet friends. Let me not stir you. Let me not excite you to such sudden mutiny, sudden war. They that have done this deed are honorable. You know, these conspirators, they are all honorable men, and will no doubt with reason answer you. If you ask them, they will reason with you. They will reason and they will catch you with words. They will reason with you and they will answer. They will give answers to you. I come not, friends, to steal away your hearts.
I'm no orator, as Brutus
See,
says.
I've not come here to steal your hearts, to win your hearts. See, I'm not an orator. I'm a simple man. I'm a warrior. I'm not a great orator like Brutus.
But as you know me all, a plain blunt man,
I'm a simple man.
that love my friend, and they know full well that gave me public age to speak of it.
Okay, see, they also know I'm just an ordinary man. And therefore, they allowed me. They also know I'm not a great speaker. They know I'm not going to win your hearts. And therefore, they understand me as a simple man. And therefore, they have allowed me to speak in public for, in front of all of you. Because I have neither wit nor words. See, I don't have wit. I'm not a intelligent man, nor do I have words that I cannot speak big words like Brutus does. Nor words. I don't hold a great post like Brutus. I don't come from I don't belong to the great family like Brutus did. Action nor utterance, no, nor the power of speech.
Sure, men, learn I only speak right on.
I don't have all these qualities. I only speak what is right. I only speak the truth. Do you think he did not have the power of speech?
No.
He was actually a very good speaker.
Yes.
So, should we read one more line?
Yes.
I only speak right on. I tell you that which you yourselves do know. Fine. Let's read next time. How much more to go?
1 page.
Only one page. Oh. Had you come earlier, we would have finished it today. So next time we will do the question answers.
Okay.
Yeah. Next time come as per the timetable, huh? Because I don't know whether she's coming or I would like to finish your work first. Okay, let's see.
Thank you, Mama.